All right, ladies, welcome back to another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast with Josh. And today we're talking about, it's a little bit more mindset-ish today. So what I'm talking about is inside every single individual, there is a loser coward, but there is also a confident winner. Every single person has this, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are times where you bitch it out and be a pussy, and there's times where you're like, you know what? I'm going to brave it out and I'm going to step forward and get this done. Now, the one that you feed the most is the one that's going to dictate your success or your failure because everybody has it in them. I'm telling you now, even myself, even the most confident people, most successful people in the world are fighting this battle every single day. No different to you. I guarantee there are times where you shock yourself and you're like, man, I made the right decision. I stepped up. I moved forward. I overcame my fear. It's not about not having any fear. It's about overcoming the fear. And I was brave. I did it. I stuck to my guns. I overcame the adversity. And there are definitely times where the loser coward kicks in and you run away from the confrontation or the uncomfortability or the fear starts to set in and what if and the doubt, what if this happens, what if that happens, all that bullshit that every single person goes through. And the version of you right now is whoever you have fed the most. So if you find you're a bit more of a coward than you are of a winner, then you keep feeding the wrong thing. Now there's different names for it. We've got the white dog and the black dog inside of us. Whatever you feed will prevail. It will get stronger, whether it's positive or negative. I'm not saying that you have to have no fear and be bulletproof. It's not the truth. Being brave doesn't mean without fear. Being brave means you are fearful, but you move forward regardless. You might be terrified of what's going to happen next. Because here's the thing, you cannot predict the future. You just cannot. You don't know if you're going to get hit by a bus or get cancer or made redundant, but you cannot make decisions in your life based on what might happen. Because if you do that, you don't get anything. You get the worst of both. You get nothing, you stay stuck, and you miss out. But the people like our clients, the ladies they've been struggling with their weight for a long time, they've tried many, many different things. They let the brave winner take the first step. And it's not about joining a program. It's not about joining up and having a coach. It has nothing to do with that. The program and the coach won't work unless you first decide that now's the time to do it. I don't mean that it's the perfect timing. There's no such thing. Life ain't fucking rainbows and unicorns. So if you're waiting for that, people that say to me, I just need to be 100% ready. I'm like, are you fucking serious? What do you mean 100% ready? There is no such thing in a human being's life as 100%. I'm 100% in love. I'm 100% fucking, this is the path that I'm going to take. I'm 100% certain I'm going to live to 100. I'm 100% certain I'll never get divorced. There's just no way you can live 100%. So the real coward loser mindset is waiting to be 100%. Because it's impossible. You are now waiting for something that physically cannot happen. And you're just going to go, well, it wasn't my fault because I wasn't 100%. It wasn't my fault because, this happened. It wasn't my fault. It's such a low responsibility mindset. So being the person that goes, well, what if this happens and what if that happens and worst case scenario, glass half empty, pessimist, I feel so bad for those people because they are the first roadblock to the success that they want to see. I have seen thousands of women absolutely crush their goals in a program, not even our program. Like I have so many mates that are coaches and they run online companies. The clients that just fucking win, they didn't wait for a perfect moment because they're sensible. Common sense tells them that life's not going to be perfect. If you got kids, if you work full time, if you have dependents, even animals, you don't have control over all of those. So there's no way that you're going to have under 100% certainty. The only way that you're going to have as much control as humanly possible as you want is if you live in the middle of the fucking woods, nobody's around, you have no subordinates, you have no upper structures like management or bosses, you have no one relying on you. That is the closest thing you're going to get to 100% certainty. It's just you looking after you. Now, who do you know that lives that kind of life? I know 0 people. Never even come into contact with people like that. But it's the only way it's going to happen. So that means there's so many things that can go right. There's so many things that can go wrong in your daily life. And it might not even be directly related to you. What happens if your parents die? That wasn't your fault. That had nothing to do with you. But now you're impacted by that grief. Now the responsibility of looking after their affairs. It's just fallen onto you. A lot of responsibility is imposed, whether it's good or it's bad, wanted or not wanted. So you trying to wait for the perfect time and the perfect moment, you're going to be the person that's going to be 60, 70 years old, probably not going to last 80, that just regrets their life, regrets their choices. I wish I did it earlier, but it's too late now. It's too late if you're like, now I've got to lose 15, 20, 30 kilograms. I'm 70 years old. It is almost too fucking late. It is so rare that someone at that age really turns their life around. But why would you wait that long? Come on, like, are you serious? Like, there are so many resources available for you to be successful right now, whether you're 40, 50, 60, there's resources there. You're probably the only person getting in the road. I've seen, and don't say money's a problem and the cost of living. I've seen ladies do it for free. I've seen ladies use free resources and get success. You don't have to spend money to be successful. Now, the fastest way of being successful is you spend the fucking money, get the coach, get the consultant, get the person to come in, fix the problem, and off you go. It's not a long-term expense. It's a short-term expense. Now, if you're like myself and you like to go fast, you're going to do the one-on-one path. You're going to go, I have a clear problem and I need someone to solve it. But don't let the coward loser within you win. It's so sad to see that. You know the men and the women that are broken, they're the cowards winning. They're in fear, they put it off. It's not the right time. Oh, I'm just going to wait till X, Y, Z. Oh, well, I'm a victim and this happened to me. Shit happens to everybody. We will speak to thousands of women every single year. And I can tell you now, I've got clients in the program that are going through the most horrendous, fucked up shit in their life. They're still successful. I talk to ladies that have good lives, doing really well, great family, great job, but they're just a coward. They're just like, well, it's not the right timing. And they suffer. I'm like, suffer through their problems. Nothing's even going wrong. They're just suffering through it. Just the inner coward wins out. So it really comes down to you. Who you feed on the inside, confident winner, the coward loser, who you feed's going to win. Everyone has the potential to absolutely crush it. Lose weight, successful, their version of successful, their version of having the toned body. Like, you have it within you to be the version of yourself that you want to be. I've seen so many people transform, but it starts with you. No one can make that happen. Like, I have spoken to plenty of ladies that are just like, you know what, it's not a big deal. And I'm like, that's great. This is not my journey. Like you wanting to lose weight. Like, I've had ladies like 30 kilograms overweight. It's not a big deal. I'm like, my job isn't to tell someone their life's fucked up or they should do the program or they should start now. You have to get to that point. My job and a coach's job is to help facilitate getting to the goal. And if it's not important, no coach is going to be able to help that person. It's just not. If there's no urgency, if there's no problem, if you don't care, nobody can help out. Don't even reach out. Do not reach out to anybody. Don't reach out for help if you haven't got to the point where you're like, this is bugging the fuck out of me. I need to handle this now, and I'm absolutely sick of this bullshit that's going on. If you haven't reached that point, do not reach out to me. Don't reach out to my team. Don't reach out to other coaches. Just save yourself the headache and just wait. Wait till it is something that you want to deal with. Otherwise, you just waste everybody's time. Like, I'm all for having conversations with people, but if I'm having a conversation with someone who just hasn't hit that point yet, I'm like, this is an absolute fucking waste of my time, because I could be talking to someone who missed out on a call today that wants to get the help, but I have to talk to this person. Just don't waste your time, because you know you. No one's going to force you to do it. No one's going to make you want to do it more than yourself. Some people go their whole lives and they just blur. They're not that fazed by it. I'm like, great, that's fine. Not the life that I want to live, but I'm not here to tell people how to live their lives. I'm here to help facilitate the change that they want to see, getting to the best version of themselves. So don't be the little coward loser version of yourself if you don't have to. If you're not happy with your body, your weight, your life, how things are going right now, you've probably been feeding that loser cow a little bit too much. Not going to say it's easy, but it's simple. The one you feed wins. If you're not happy with your current situation right now, you've played a big role in that. Now, you might need a little bit of help getting out, but you got to start by going, I'm going to feed the confident winner. Like, that's who I'm going to feed. If that means you just get out of bed each day, great, we've made a step forward. And we build and build and build on that. A lot of ladies that we work with, they're just so sick and tired and fed up with their current life. They're like, now's the time to do it. I'm like, great. Because I cannot make that first step for someone. I cannot make someone want to do it. You've got to do it yourself. So ladies, chew on that. Think about it. Which one are you feeding? Are you feeding the right one or are you feeding the wrong one? All right. I'll catch you in the next one.